What is going on, guys? Twig and Timber Outdoors here with another episode of Ask an Angler podcast. Again, no specific viewer questions this podcast. However, I do want to talk about something that I do get asked frequently, not because of the podcast, but just in general. How to make a living off of being a YouTube fishing channel. Well, the answer is I actually don't. I do have a full-time job, and I have other side gigs and hustles that I do to, make sure that the family's fed and that I'm happy. Fishing, essentially, to me, is just an outlet, and also I do guide and I do write and other things, do create media, but creating the media, it's not for the sheer purpose of making sure that I can receive compensation for that. Creating media is actually more of another passion of mine. I like shooting, I like taking photos, I like the editing process, but I don't have a ton of time to make it my profession. Granted, if I did this as a full-time job, I'm assuming that I'd be able to create better content, but being on a time pinch and then it's not making me much money, I am more than okay with it just being something I can connect with other like-minded anglers doing, as well as show the beautiful places I can go. So, some suggestions though, if you want to find some success while doing it and make a little bit of money here and there, or maybe find like-minded people who are willing to support your hobby and passion and obsession through sponsorship or whatever, there's a couple different things. One, you have to be worth someone's time. Now, to be worth a company's time, that doesn't mean subscribers, that doesn't mean views sometimes. That means putting in hours and putting in time, working diligently to try and create media and support them. And in doing so, you might show that you're worthwhile to keep around, especially if you have potential. I often make media for companies that doesn't air on my YouTube channel that they can use, whether it be through photography or videography, or if I write articles or blog posts. That supports me more so than the revenue created through YouTube. YouTube is the revenue sharing aspect is kind of dying in a way. It's overly saturated, and in order for me to make truly substantial gains, I kind of have to create clickbait thumbnails and other things, and I'm not overly interested in creating thumbnails that are super clickbaity, if you will. Sure, I'll put an interesting title, but even then, my thumbnails, I don't want to throw something up there that takes 0.5 seconds of my 5-minute video and claim that to be the content created. Not that I have anything against anybody who does that. That is just not my... I want to portray the art that I create in a way that is fair, in a way that is suggestive to what is actually... The title of the piece is actually suggestive of what is in, or the overall motif of the work I created. So, if I have one little thing happen in the video, like a rod breaking, yeah, I'll put that in the title, but I don't want that to be what the video is about. I want to show the fish and the scenery and everything as wonderfully and as beautiful as I can, because that's what fly fishing is about. And then if it so happens to be that something happens and I can add it to the video title, yes, that will probably make it in there, because I want it to be seen by more than 75 people. My greatest viewed videos, one could say, not viral status, but 100,000 or 85, 95,000 views, are all of top this, best that. But those aren't my videos that I really enjoy making. Videos I enjoy making are the ones where I go deep in the woods with either a client or a friend to catch fish, or I can demonstrate how beautiful or serene landscape or scenery is. Or sometimes my instructionals are fun for me to make too. They don't get viewed nearly as much as I think they should because of how much time I put into them. But they're definitely, I believe, to be gaining in quality and really showing, some promise. So, I don't know. That's what YouTube is for me, is a platform to connect with people and to show my art. Now, would it be great if I could make a living off of creating media? Absolutely. But I do love my day job. I love the career and path that I'm in, and I don't think I would give that up, especially, the benefits and things, because don't forget that unless you're making a couple $100,000 or so on YouTube, you still have to buy your own benefits or pay for your own benefits, your own insurance, and everything like that. So, could I be a media creator, meaning YouTube, and then have a photography studio or just guide? Sure. But I like to think of myself as a better and more well-rounded person because I do all these things. So, will I quit YouTube? No. But do I expect YouTube to pay the bills? I would hope it paid some of the bills, but in being a realist, I'm looking for them to, essentially, the revenue created from YouTube, to be more of kind of like a bonus, and because I don't foresee Google or YouTube coughing up too much change anytime soon. So, because I don't have any questions or anything like that from the viewers, I will cut the little podcast to a mini podcast today. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in picking up my book, the links are below. I have 2 books out. One is an anecdotal, fun, insight into some stories, fishing and hunting. And then the other is an instructional fly fishing book that gets any angler from the beginning, boots up, all the way to the intermediate, through story and through some unique instructional methods that I really think that could benefit some people. It's a short read, it's a fun read, it's a quick read, and it's only $5. Both books are only $5, and I make barely any pennies from it. I just like to share my information, hopefully a wealth of information with you. Give the video a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Check it through the videos in the playlist, see the instructionals and other things coming up very soon. And until next time, guys, catch you guys on the flip side. Tight lines, and we're out.